Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to another video lecture by Kami, microbiologist. In the previous four lecture of the first, which was history of microbiology, and we discussed all the MCQs, means we discussed almost 105 MCQs. If you miss this video's lecture, it contain 4 videos. Okay, if you miss this video's lecture of the first chapter that contain 105 MCQs, that almost cover in 4 videos, so you can go back to my channel and watch this. Okay, now today in this video's lecture, what we are going to see, the chapter 2 MCQs, and that is the bacteria and gram staining. Okay, now in this first video of the chapter 2, we are going to cover 30 MCQs. Okay, because this chapter 2 contains 270 MCQs. So almost this chapter 2 will be covered in the 9 videos. Okay, now let's start with the first MCQs. The first MCQs of this chapter number 2 says that cold-like symptoms are caused by which bacteria? Okay, so if you have cold-like symptoms, so obviously it will caused by a bacteria which we call that Haemophilus influenza. So C is the correct option. MCQs number 2 says that in Streptococcus faecial the conjugation take place. So in this type of bacteria conjugation take place, the option is C, cell wall. Mostly the conjugation take place in the cell wall. MCQs number 3 says that the infected MCQs number 3 now MCQs number 3 says the infected mad dog may contain. Mad dog means a rabid dog. Okay, means those dog that can cause rabies disease. So the infected, so this dog may be infected and it contain what type of the body? So it mostly contain negri bodies. So option C is the correct option. Okay, MCQs number 4 says that what disease the neither will produce. So neither will produce measles. So option D is the correct option. MCQs number 5 says that redensity in spoiled food is due to so option A is the correct option, lipolytic organism. Okay, now MCQs number 6 says that the bacteria or bacterium that is mostly commonly used in genetic engineering. So what type of bacteria we use in genetic engineering? So obviously we use E. coli, Escherichia. So option A is the correct option. MCQs number 7 says that the function of plasmid are, so what are the function of the plasmid? So the function of the plasmid is, most function of the plasmid, it is actually extra chromosomal material and it mostly divide the cell. So there is no cell division and there is no discussion about the extra chromosomal. So option D is the correct option, none of the above. MCQs number 8 says that mycoplasma are the bacterial cell that, so mycoplasma are the bacterial cell that are resistant to penicillin. Okay, remember it is resistant to penicillin. Why? Because they do not have the cell wall. The etiology agent of botulism. So the etiology agent of the botulism is neurotoxin mostly. MCQs number 10 says that the bacterial cell are the bacterial cell are at their metabolic peak during when bacterial cell are reached at a high metabolic peak. What we call that phase? So that phase is usually called log phase. B is the correct option. MCQs number 11 says that protein particles which can infect, let's suppose there's a protein particles that can infect us, what we call that? We mostly call that prions. Now MCQs number 12 says that in most of purple bacteria the light harvesting center are, so what is the light harvesting center? So MCQs number B is the correct option, 8.850 and 8.875. okay, now let's see the MCQs number 13. MCQs number 13 says that endotoxin produced by the gram-negative bacteria is present. So when the gram-negative bacteria produce endotoxin, so it is mostly present in the lipopolysaccharide. Option B is the correct option. MCQs number 14 says that which one of the following was gram-negative chemolithotropic bacteria? So MCQs number 14, the correct option is B, E. coli. Okay, E. coli, B is the correct option. MCQs number 15 says that the mode of reproduction which occur in mycoplasma. So mycoplasma is mostly reproduced by binary fission. So C is the correct option. MCQs number 16 says which one of the following is about herpes virus. So herpes virus are mostly icosahedral, envelope and having double-stranded DNA. So option A is the correct option. MCQs number 17 says that which one of the following produce typical fried egg appearance colonies. So fried egg appearance colonies on the solid agar medium. So the MCQs 17's correct option is mycoplasma mostly produce. Okay, now MCQs number 18 says that an organism that is osmophilic and has a specific requirements for sodium chloride resemble, what is this? So for this the correct option is halophiles. Okay, so obviously when the microorganisms required the high salt concentration, what we called it halophiles. 19 MCQ says that a population of cells are derived from a single cells. What we call that? We mostly call that clones. So B is the correct option. Okay, now heterolytic acidic bacteria produce. What heterolytic acidic bacteria produce? So they mostly produce lactic acid, water and carbon dioxide. So B is the correct option. 21 MCQ says that in which of the following microorganism conjugation tube was not produced during conjugation process. So the correct option is thiobacillus thiodexine. So A is the correct option. MCQs number 22 says that which of the following is most similar to rickettsia and chlamydia. So the bacteria that is more similar to rickettsia and chlamydia is Mycobacterium. C is the correct option. Okay, MCQs number 23 says that how would you distinguish Pseudomonas species from E. coli? So we mostly distinguish the Pseudomonas from E. coli is due to the glucose fermented versus respiration. Okay, E. coli is a non-glucose fermented and Pseudomonas is a glucose fermented. That's why we can mostly distinguish it by the glucose fermented and respiration. MCQs number 24 says that which of the following is pathogenic to human. So pathogenic to human is mostly Proteaceae. C is the correct option. MCQs number 25 says that tumor inducing plasmid are extensively used. So, transgenic plant. C is the correct option. It is mostly used in the transgenic plant. MCQs number 26 says that the virus that lives as a parasite on a bacteria, what we call it? We mostly call it bacteriophage. C is the correct option. MCQs number 27 says that the anthrax disease is mostly frequently infected from, so it is mostly infected from the cattle as well as from the sheep. So D is the correct option, both A and B. MCQs number 28 says that the colony produced by Pseudomonas on Macon key agar. So Pseudomonas mostly produce the pale colorless colony. So C is the correct option, pale colored colony. MCQs number 29 says that staining material of the gram-positive bacterium is, so staining material of the gram-positive bacterium is, so the correct option is C, crystal violet. Now MCQs number 30 says that the pigment present in the red algae is, so in the red algae the most important pigment is chlorophyll and pycobilin. So D is the correct option. Okay, so I think 30 MCQs will be enough. Inshallah, in the next video we will explain 30 more MCQs that is related to the chapter number 2. Okay, so I hope this videos help you. Thank you so much for watching.